Did you know Paul Walker's R34 GTR is worth 1.73 million? Yeah, neither did I. Today I'm going to tell you about the special R34 GTR, but before we start, please pause the video and subscribe to this channel as I'm trying to reach 1000 subscribers. Also, since you're down there, you might as well hit the like button. Okay, now back to the video. I don't know about you, but I love the R34 GTR, and they are getting more and more popular by the second. There's a small problem though. The R34 GTR is not street legal in the USA, but its older brother, the R32 GTR, or the Godzilla as some call it, and the R33 are, and you would have to wait 2024 to get your hands on some of these cars. The R34 GTR is so popular to the GDM fanboys because it's the last generation of RB26 Skylines. By the way, as a side note, the RB26 is the magnificent thing that we all call an engine. And let me tell you, it's one heck of an engine. I mean, just listen to this puppy roar. And the holy grail of all R34 GTRs is the one driven by Paul Walker himself in the 4th installment of Fast and Furious. And thanks to it for being such an icon, it is by far one of the most expensive R34 GTRs in the whole entire world, and probably the universe. So a normal R34 GTR in the States costs near $3,000, but this one costs 7 figures, baby. I mean, wow, that's crazy. It costs a full $1,370,000. I know, that's crazy high, even for an R34 GTR. You might be wondering, why an old Japanese sports car is worth more than a McLaren Senna, a freaking hypercar? Well, let's find out. But tell me, did you subscribe? If not, please quickly hop over to the subscription box and press subscribe. While you're at it, might as well click the bell as well. Now for the bad news. You may have heard that Fast and Furious 9 has been pushed back over a year due to the ongoing situation, and that's a bummer, since I was excited to go see it. Even though Fast 9 does not come out for another year, there are rumors already spreading about Fast 10. See, Fast 10 will be the last film of the over $5 billion franchise, and it's going to be so epic that it's going to be split into 2 movies. And another rumor is that Paul Walker's character, Brian O'Connor, may make a return in the final chapter of this saga, which is pretty incredible, since Paul Walker passed away in 2013. But it's not impossible. With the help of Paul's brother and some high-grade CGI, they were able to finish the production of Fast 7 after Paul Walker's untimely death, and it looks decent. Paul was an automotive inspiration for a lot of people. His sketchy dating life aside, any cars he has touched have skyrocketed in value at the auction, but one car that wasn't on the auction list was the Bayside Blue R34 Paul drove in the 4th installment of the Fast and Furious. That car was so important as it was the last R34 seen in the franchise, and unlike other Skylines in the series, it was one of the cleanest, with no graphics or crazy body kits. Yeah, this was a R34 that you and me would want to own, and it was dipped in the beautiful blue paint we call Bayside Blue, a color so synonymous with the GTR. They released the R35 GTR in this color for its 50-year anniversary. Now back to the past. In the production of the 4th film, the GTR was one of the 9 used in the actual film, but it was the only real GTR. The others were Volkswagen Beetles with an R34's body, and the Beetle doesn't sound anything like an RB26. And the RB26 sounds so good, I mean, just take a listen. And in the film, the R34 GTR was riding with 550 horses. I couldn't find out what the car was running to make that much power, but it did support goodies like Nismo suspension parts, a roll cage, Nismo body panels with an East Bear hood, a Rotora brake system, a Nismo exhaust, a Momo steering wheel, and custom OEM P seats. And it's a really low mileage example, and this thing was rumored to have near 3,000 miles when last sold. It is practically brand new, and that's sick, but it isn't $1 million sick. Let's try and guess why it became so valuable. Well, Paul Walker wasn't just an actor, he was a real car guy. It was actually in his blood. Since his grandfather raced Fords in the 1960s, his gasoline-fueled passion meant he wasn't only acting on screen, but he was also consulting. He was making sure things weren't too unrealistic. There is talk that Paul chose the R34 to be used in the film, and we have evidence he is a huge GTR fan. he had one of the sickest R32 track cars, so it made sense when he got to pick, he went for the modern beast, the R34. Sadly, the local police in the state didn't think it was special or legal. In 2009, there was a huge crackdown on illegally imported Skylines in America. In that time, there were people importing the cars in America without engines installed in them, and then putting them back together in stateside, and registering them as kit cars. The feds did not like that at all. They started impounding cars and giving owners 60 days to get them out of the country. If they didn't, they would be crushed. And just look how horrifying that is. A R34 GTR being crushed in front of your eyes. It's like a car guy's nightmare. And since the special Bayside Blue R34 was one of those GTRs affected, it was quickly sold to someone in Germany, and it exchanged hands for roughly $320,000, which is nothing compared to the $1.37 million, which it's currently at now. And that is an insane amount of money when you're talking about a slightly modified R34 GTR that Paul didn't even own. But that auction happened before Paul's death, so when the car went back up after his passing, the price of the car rocketed to 1.37 million, and that is insane, and clearly the value went up because of Paul's unfortunate passing. And I know what you're thinking, that's a seriously slimy way to make a quick buck, but the good news is that half of the winnings from the bid went to Reach Out Worldwide, which is Paul Walker's charity that focuses on helping out during major natural disasters. We don't know what Paul Walker's R34 GTR really sold for, but it was appraised for a value between $800,000 and, get this, $5 million. So it's pretty safe to say it got what it was really asking for. And that's good news, as half of the cash went to charity. We all have to wait to import R34 GTRs to the US until 2024, as it was produced from 1999 to 2002. But when it does become street legal, what do you think will happen to the prices? Will it go down, will it go up, or will it stay the same? Also, which generation of GTR is your favorite? The original R32 Godzilla, the R33, the middle child that doesn't get a lot of love, or the one, the only, the R34 GTR? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more amazing content as I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. Also remember, full send or no send, peace, and here's some clips of that beautiful RB26 engine singing.
Move out of the way. This will go down.